The following content is only suitable for viewers over 18 years old. Viewers' discretion is advised. Mistake with the Alpha Chapter 20. Jalen's point of view. These days I've been feeling quite peaceful and not as angry as before. It's like this new peace is attached to my happiness. Even Alvin noticed me. "Jay, you've been quite calm these days," he teased. "And what does that supposed to mean?" I glared. "Come on, you know I've spoken nothing but the obvious." Even Sally noticed, he said. "I know it is obvious because I've not been barking orders to people like I always do. It is because I didn't know what to attribute to the reason for my calmness these days. I was thinking if it was something, but I'm not too sure about it. Today when I saw Samantha in Ethan's hands, my heart was heavy. What I felt was more than guilt, but I couldn't explain it. When Ethan came to my office earlier today, I acted so cold to him. "Hello, Alpha," he said, smiling. "Ethan," I called with a lackluster voice. "Ain't you happy to see me?" he asked. Ethan has been the real lively part of us. Whenever he, Alvin, and I are together, I do loosen up. Even Hort loves to hang out with them. We do discuss my things and play. This part none knew of me except them. When I'm ready to have fun and free myself off the Alpha workload, we all move to my secret hideout. "Didn't you decide to stay away?" I snapped. Ethan laughed at me. "Why are you acting as if I'm your maid?" he joked. "What exactly do you want?" I glared at him. I wouldn't lie that I missed him, but I was still feeling uncomfortable with him being close to Sam. "I came to say hi to my Alpha and buddy," he smiled. I gave him a disbelieving, mocking look. "Okay, fine. What did that girl called Sam do to you?" He confessed. "I know Ethan too well. He doesn't like to be with me whenever I'm in my office. He does say that office brings out my rigidity and my unnecessary rage. He only visits when he has a mission." "Why do you want to know?" "Curiosity, Alpha," he replied. "And I would tell my curious Gemma that it's none of his business," I replied. He looked at me and shrugged. "When did she start working here?" "I've never seen that lady before. She's so beautiful and endowed," he said, smiling. "TSK, I eyed him. "What?" "I'm only appreciating her good looks. Nothing more," he said, laughing. "Ethan hasn't found his mate and he didn't care about it. Unlike me, who is desperate to find mine. Ethan enjoys shuffling between her wolves. He even once said if not for him in need of an heir, he wouldn't even bother to have one." "Don't go near her," I warned. "Is she yours?" He gave me a disdainful look. "What are you saying?" I back-chatted. "Just wanna know," I smirked. "Just let her be," I glared. "Even if I let her be, do you think other men would if you let her continue running around the training ground?" he said. There was this excitement in his eyes, and I glared at him, not believing what he said. After today's work, I felt this need to go see how she's faring. I didn't want to go through Sally, because I don't want any thought of anything not true. I then went to the clinic and asked for the doctor that treated her. She was the one who told me she left hours ago. Not that I didn't expect her to heal, I expected the doctor to make her rest for a while. Since I wanted to see her, I went to wait for her where she would start her run. I was sure she was going to come out for a run because of the way I mandated her to do it. My initial plan was to let her start her run, then I would join her in the run. I watched her as she came and was about to go change, but one of my warriors stopped her. I stayed calm to see what was going to happen. At first I had a bad thought, but then I heard them conversing. They didn't say 3 sentences before I knew what was going on. Now I knew she needed rescuing, and I came out from where I was seated. After I helped her dismiss the guy, I sat with Crystal. I couldn't help but to tell her how beautiful she looked. I know she didn't believe I could say that, but that was the truth. The stupid guy that left was just taking advantage of her weakness. He knew she didn't like her body, so he is using it against her. "Have you ever tried to find out why you are all blue?" I asked her. I was consciously playing with her fur. It's so soft and inviting. It was soothing. I couldn't even help but to sniff her alluring smell. "No," she shook her head. "Why? Ain't you curious?" "I am." But I was too afraid to be discovered. I pulled her closer to feel her soft furs of my body. She stiffened at my action, and I patted her head. If she wasn't in her wolf form, she would have been so agitated. "You are the opposite of me," I said, releasing her. "What do you mean?" she asked. "Just like a tiger colored, which symbolizes strength and victory, a blue color symbolizes peace and prosperity," I explained. "How did you know? Are you doubting me?" "No, I'm not," she said quickly. "I'm just curious about who told you. I'm your alpha. I'm obliged to know whatever happened to my member. You are my responsibility. I won't have one thinking themselves to be inferior. Your wolf is a gift to its people," I replied. I could see the glow in her eyes. It shows that she was happy to hear that. "So quit hiding and be proud of yourself." Well, not everyone will appreciate your wolf, being that they don't know the essence of your wolf, and some, if they know, will be jealous, but you don't need them all. You just need yourself to be happy, I said, patting her head. "Thank you, Alpha," she said. I nodded. "May I request something?" she asked. "Okay, can I change back to myself? I feel a bit uncomfortable seeing you in yourself while I'm like this," she said shyly. "You want me in my wolf form?" I teased. "No, Alpha. I wouldn't dare say that," she said quickly. "Well, I'll grant your request since I still feel guilty for what happened earlier." "It's none of your fault, Alpha," she said meekly. "I'll be back." I patted her head. I didn't try to remove my clothes in front of her like I did the first day. She was already feeling uncomfortable. I don't want to add to it. I came back with Hort fully in charge. "Let's go for a run," I told her. She looked scared. "You don't want to run with me." "I do. But I'm not as fast as you are." "Not even close at all," she replied. "Don't worry. I won't be fast. I'm here to compensate you with my company." "Don't think it would last forever," I said blankly. "Thank you, Alpha," she smiled. We started the run. This is the first time I'm having a run with a female. With the way Crystal is running, it was to me like I was taking a huge step. We played all through the night. It got to a stage where we laid down panting heavily. I was really happy. It's like some kind of joy that I can't explain. As we lay, I saw a river before us. "Wanna swim?" I asked her. She shook her head. "Don't you know how to swim? I'll do just that." She looked at her wolf. I understood her quite well. "Don't worry, I'll close my eyes till you are inside the water," I promised, and she nodded. The next minute, we were inside the water. I moved close and removed the ribbon she used to bind her hair to ponytail. The red hair, cascading down her shoulders, was a beautiful sight to behold. It was like precious stones streaming down a fountain. Hushy gasps as I catch her unawares. "You will enjoy the water more if your hair is down," I said casually, like what I did was nothing. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications to stay up to date with new videos uploaded. Also, check out our next video in the series. Thank you.